Hard basketball fans, welcome to the 2024-25 Hart Men's Basketball Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Rich Linden. Near and dear to my heart right now, we have a special guest who I love. It's where I got my start. Please welcome to the show, Park University head coach Jason Klein. Coach Klein, how you doing today? How's beautiful Parkville, Missouri?
It's good, man. Thanks for having me on. I enjoy it.
Well, I dare I say this, man. You are now the legend in the heart with Rocky Lamar retiring. 20 years leading the Pirates for you. Tell me about what's exciting you this year, and tell me a little bit about the team.
Well, we brought in some new guys, and I think number one, they're good people, and they've worked pretty hard to this point. So we're excited from that standpoint. You know, everyone, when you recruit a player, they're usually the best player on the team they're coming from, or one of the best. So, you know, we're trying to mesh everyone together, but I really like how they take care of themselves and accountability and responsibility. And they're doing a good job to this point.
I say this all the time. There's this the culture of leadership at Park, and you see players, and then they move into assistant coaching roles, and you've got a couple this year. Is Augusto going to be
Yeah.
on the bench helping?
Yes.
Augusto and Dalton. Tell me about them. How's that mean? How does that feel, and what's that mean to the program when you've got former players coming in to help assistant coach?
Well, you got guys in the program, like you said, and they know what it's all about and the loyalty factor and how we do things. It's been great having them. Augusto, fresh off of playing. So he gives kind of the player's perspective to these guys. And then Dalton, who played for me, I don't know how many years ago it was, but probably
Right.
5, 6, 7 years ago. And he's done a really good job. He's on the phone, he's going out to workouts, he does a good job. And I'm just really happy and thankful that they're with me.
Well, your team's kicking things off again this season with a matchup against the perennial powerhouse Georgetown College. How much are you looking forward to that? How did that all come about, man? That's a crazy way to kick off the season.
Yeah, I talked to Chris and Kristen talked to him as well. And, you know, we've played Georgetown at the national tournament 2 or 3 times when Happy was there. And with Chris being there as well, it's a good test for us. I hope we give them what they want out of it, a good competitive game, but it lets us see where we're at right out the gate. Because, you know, like you said, Georgetown is going to be one of the top teams in the country. But it lets us see where we're at currently and then where we need to get to or improve in certain areas. So we love playing them. And, you know, with them coming in here and then William Woods is coming in along with Benedictine playing both of them, it's going to be hopefully some good games.
Kicking right out of the gate, man. It doesn't end. Tell me a little bit about the Heart. I say this all the time. It's a long season of grind, but the Heart from top to bottom, they're phenomenal. Tell me a little bit about the coaches and the culture of the Heart, and how hard it is to play in this conference.
Well, you're right. It's a grind. And the Heart of America Conference, it's got great players, great teams, and great coaches. And it doesn't matter if you're at the top or you're at the bottom, you know it's probably going to be a battle every single night. And I think we were doing some research a while ago when we were getting into the conference. I think every school in the Heart of America has been to the national tournament on the men's side. And you know that speaks volumes right there. But I enjoy the competitive spirit, and I really enjoy the teams and the coaches. But it is a grind, and you got to mentally just be tough and be ready to go every single night. Whether you win or lose, you better enjoy it or correct it and then flush it because you're getting ready for the next one. It's going to be just as tough.
That's crazy. Well, your team ended last year's regular season on a 5 game winning streak, qualified for the Hard tournament, and this close to knocking off the number 2 seed. Talk about that run for the team, and does any of that translate into this season, or is that just like, nope, this is a fresh new year?
It is a new year, but hopefully, you know, we have three or four guys back who played. Christian Bradford, Jaden Robinson, Josiah Barnes, and Gagi Gavalia. So hopefully with their leadership and experience, with the new guys coming in, we're wanting these four returners to lead the way on the floor and off the floor. But, you know, you don't know until you get into the thick of it. I think we have some good players. But it's just we got to figure out what we're really good at, because last year's team to this year's team is a little different. And we got to tweak some things to go to our strengths. And we're still trying to figure out what we really do and what we can do well night in and night out.
Tell me about your journey, man. 20th year at Park University, but you coached with, played under some pretty incredible coaches, including your dad, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell
Yes.
me, how does that shape and form like what you do and how you coach with some of your former players that are now assisting you?
Yeah, it's as I get older, you know, you realize it's all about relationships. And you know, I played for my dad, and then I coached with him, and then I got out into the real world, working a job, and I was away from coaching just for probably a year, 6 months to a year, and then I went out to Kansas Wesleyan for 3 years, and then I got a phone call from my dad saying he was going to retire, and then I talked to the president and I took over for him. But, you know, coming up and your dad's a basketball coach, I thought I knew everything. I didn't know anything. And he taught me so much, just not on the basketball side, but the accountability, the responsibility, the professionalism that you need to have, the way you need to treat people and do it the right way. And to me, that's kind of the old school approach. And that's what we try to do. We're real with the guys. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't, but they know they're going to get the real word coming out of our mouths. So it's been a long journey, but it's been awesome. I really enjoy the players, in the recruiting aspect of it, getting out there and going and watching and talking to families and players.
Well, I really enjoy walking into the Bregan Sports Center, man. Super pumped up and excited for the season to start, man. I can't wait. Pirate for life. Thanks for being on, coach, man. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, man. You guys have a good one.